Today I'm reviewing the Aquaphor Healing Ointment. And really quick, I just want to say, I purchase these products with my own money. I'll never take any sponsored videos, so if that's something you're into, like, subscribe, or share the video. Check out the links below, or check out my Patreon community. Okay, so I cannot believe I have yet to review Aquaphor. It's one of the biggest sold products, probably, at least in the US, probably internationally as well. And it's a huge brand. It's run by Beiersdorf, which I think is the one that runs Cetaphil as well as Glycerin. So anyway, it's got so many different uses, and up until recently, I probably didn't appreciate this product as much as I should have, and I'll talk about why I suddenly have a newfound appreciation for it. So, okay. So they say, one essential solution for many skincare needs. It's uniquely formulated to restore smooth, healthy skin. Different from a lotion or cream, this multi-purpose ointment protects and soothes extremely dry skin, chapped lips, cracked hands, feet, minor cuts, burns, and other skin irritations, so you can get on with your day comfortably. Contains Panthenol and Glycerin to moisturize, nourish, and protect the skin, to enhance healing and protects skin from drying effects of wind and cold weather. Preservative and fragrance free, ideal for the whole family. So, you know what's interesting? When I used to run outside in the winter, and you can tell I haven't been running a lot for a while, but I'd put Vaseline on my face, and then I found that to be not as helpful as I wanted it to be, and I switched to using Aquaphor on my face, and that seemed to be just a little bit better in terms of really helping my skin be protected from the cold and the wind and like snow and things like that. So it was just like, it was almost like Vaseline on steroids, comparing the two. So, anyway. Okay. First criteria is packaging. It comes in different packages. This is a squeeze bottle. It's an ointment. I prefer this. They come in a jar, a tub too, which is a little bit messier. I really like the squeeze tube. I just prefer that. In terms of denatured drying types of alcohol, it does not contain any of those. It's also fragrance-free like they mentioned, so no issues with that. The manufacturing location, they don't say. They mention Beiersdorf in Germany, but they don't say. I have a feeling it's probably made in China and imported, especially since they don't really specifically say. So that's something to keep in mind. Okay, ease of use is the main thing. It's one essential solution for many skincare needs. You can really use it anywhere. Lately, I've been using it on my cuticles. It's got a very thick ointment texture. Most of you are probably going to be familiar with this, but a little bit of it goes a very long way. So take a little bit, warm it up on your hands, and then you can apply it wherever, and a little bit will go a long way. So they say ointment's designed specifically for dry, compromised skin and clinically proven to restore smooth, healthy skin. They also recommend using it as a placement for a foot cream or a hand cream to help heal dry, cracked hands and cuticles. We should mention this to my brother-in-law for his feet, because he has diabetes and his feet get very dry.
Oh, yeah.
And he loves Skin Fix, but I think maybe this one might be a little bit better for him, actually. So a lot of times during this winter, I've been applying this on the backs of my hands at night before going to bed, and it makes a big difference and really helps hydrate things. You can also use it at the end of your evening skincare routine to help seal things in, or use it as an inclusive layer. You can use it after facial peels, lasers, and treatments. So I've now done, I think, 2 different BBL treatments on my face, which is a laser. It helps for hyperpigmentation and melasma. So I think I've done 2 of these now. And the first time I did it, she just did a very small area to see if it would help. The second time she did it to my whole face. And my face wasn't, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like really dry or cracked or terrible. But afterwards, my skin was sore, it was tight, and it felt like a sunburn. And she recommended using Aquaphor. And I thought, well, you know, I have the Glossier After Balm. I have all these other moisturizers that have a little more exciting ingredient list. So I'm going to try those. So after I got home from the laser the last time, every 4 hours I was supposed to put moisturizer on. So the first time I went and reached for, I think it was the Glossier After Balm. And it stung. And my face felt and looked like it had been sunburned. So after just putting on a small area, I'm like, that really hurt. So then I went and put Aquaphor on instead for the rest of my face, And it didn't stink, and it didn't hurt, and it felt good. And it's probably because it doesn't have the preservatives in it like all the other products do. So it really convinced me that Aquaphor is as good as they say it is, because that laser felt like a sunburn, and it healed fine, and I think it helped a little bit with my hyperpigmentation melasma. But anyway, so now after that, for real irritated skin, I think not having the active preservatives in there maybe what made this a little bit more palatable for my skin. So, okay, so they also say you can apply it as a type of body lotion. It's water-free and soothes skin while creating a protective barrier to allow the flow of oxygen for healing. And yeah, so very easy to use. You can use it for almost anything. I've heard people use it in their hair as a little bit of a gloss or taming their eyebrows. So it's got so many different uses, and they mention them all in here. Burns, drool rash, chapped lips, cracked heels and feet, dry hands, dry cuticles, dry cracked skin, minor cuts, scrapes, diaper rash. So, okay, let's talk about the antioxidants and beneficial ingredients in this one, or I'm just going to talk about the entire ingredient list. We've got petroleum, which is skin protecting emollient, most exclusive ingredient known today. So Vaseline is made out of. We've got mineral oil, which is a good emollient and occlusive ingredient. We've got lanolin alcohol, which is an emollient. Some people can be sensitive to it or allergic to it, so as long as you don't have an issue with that, but be aware if you do. We've got Panthenol, which is a skin-soothing, calming, and wound-healing ingredient. We've got Glycerin, skin-identical ingredient, hydrating ingredient. And then finally, we've got Bisabolol, which is a skin-soothing and wound-healing ingredient. Not a crazy long ingredient list. No elaborate ingredient list. It's got, I think, basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ingredients, which probably is why it's very good for sensitive skin. And those calming and anti-inflammatory ingredients are wonderful. Okay, in terms of animal testing, this is not cruelty-free. And I will have a few alternatives if you're looking for something that is cruelty-free in a second here. Okay, in terms of performance, it's really wonderful. It really does a great job to help heal the skin, damaged, sensitized skin. It's a better option than Vaseline for a damaged skin barrier because it includes a couple of those soothing ingredients, which makes it a little bit better. It works so many different ways and for almost any part of the body or skin or even hair. It's a great multitasker. For acne-prone skin, mineral oil and lanolin alcohol are the 2 ingredients of note. So be aware of that. I do have a feeling if you have very acne-prone skin, applying a ton of this may not be great. So maybe just apply it on certain areas or things like that. I just have a feeling if you have very acne-prone skin, slathering this on your whole face could be problematic. But most people say this works great, so I don't know. Anyway, just be aware of that. The price is a steal. So it's 7 ounces, 200 milliliters. It retails for $11, and a little bit of it goes such a long way that the tube will last you a long, long time. In terms of the it factor, so I've got a few alternatives that have some similar ingredient lists. The Eucerin Intensive Repair Very Dry Skin Lotion is an alternative. I don't necessarily think that one's cruelty-free either, but I might be wrong, so don't quote me on that. The Balea Tattoo Care Ointment. The Skin Fix Miracle Ointment is cruelty-free and another alternative and very similar, especially in terms of texture. The FutureWise Slug Balm, which is a newer brand. They're at Target. I'll have to check them out. They have, I think, 3 products, and they're all based around slugging, which slugging is applying Vaseline basically after your skincare routine. And then last but not least, the Pipette Balm Stick is another dupe or alternative. So we got some alternatives. Anyway, so with a 10 being a perfect score, I give this one a 9. It's really lovely, but not cruelty-free, which is kind of a bummer. Anyway, so got a lot of good uses. Interested hearing from you guys if you have more ideas on different uses for it or what your thoughts are on this, or if you have another good dupe or one that's cruelty-free, leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys, and stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thank you so much. Bye, guys. Da-da-da-da.